One of the big advantages of working with live data from SAP BW is that you can ensure you're making decisions based on current data. So what if you could find answers to your business questions based on that data simply by asking them in plain English? In the third video in this series, SAP Analytics Cloud Global Product Evangelist Ingo Hilgefort shows you how to do just that.
In this video, we'll take a look how you can enable a model based on a BW query using the live connection for the Search to Insight feature. So let's take a look at the model first. As I mentioned, in our case, the model is based on the BW query. So we can see all the key figures that we have here. We can also see all the different dimensions, the product category, and so on. So if we would like to enable this now for Search to Insight, we need to open up the preferences. You can see here, there's the property for Search to Insight. So we need to create an index so that we can use the capability. In our case, the query does have variables. So as part of creating the index, we're now being asked if we actually want to choose certain kind of values for the variables. In our case, all these variables are optional, so we simply say set, and the index is now being created. It's giving us a rough estimate. We'll click OK, and we're going to close the model, and we should be able to use the Search to Insight. So we're closing the model and we're going back to our home screen. We open up the Search to Insight, and now we can simply ask questions against the information. If we already know which model we would like to use, we can actually do that as well, and for example choose a specific model or choose from a list of suggested models. Or we can also simply put in our question. So let's take a very simple example. We want to know about the cost for our products. So we go in and say show costs, and as you can see, while we type, it actually makes a suggestion. So in our case, the term costs shows up multiple times, but in our case, we know which model it is. We can choose that model, and then we can say show cost by, and then if we start typing product, you can see again, it shows multiple different options. Some of them are actually dimensions, as you can see, product group, product category. Some of them are actual members. For example, the member here coming from our model. So in our case, we said we want to see it broken down by product group. And then you can see, we see the chart that shows, in our case, the key figure costs broken down by product group. And we do have several options now. We can actually export the information. We can reuse the question and, for example, start changing the text. Perhaps we want to see it actually, for a specific country, for a specific month. And we can also, if we would like, copy the chart and, for example, paste it into a new story. In our case, let's reuse the question. So we're back at the bottom here, which right now says show cost by product group. And let's say we want to go for a specific country. So we could say for country Australia. So again, we're actually shown the members. In this case, Australia shows up with two. One is the country and the other one is the region. So we're going to choose the first one, click return. And as you can see, we see now the cost broken down by product group and filtered down to Australia, which we can also see here again, where it shows one filter. And if we click on it, we can see the filter being set as Australia.
It's never been easier to get timely answers to business questions based on SAP BW. Please subscribe to the SAP Analytics channel to see more SAP Analytics Cloud videos as they're released. In the meantime, you can learn more about Search to Insight in SAP Analytics Cloud by clicking the link. See you next time.